Welcome to the Elevate Podcast, where every leader has a story. We bring you conversations with influential leaders who are shaping our local communities. Hear about their path to leadership and experiences that define them, and how they're driving meaningful impact today. Hey everybody, Jason Ulm here with another special episode of the Elevate Powered by Braden podcast. As you can see, I'm kind of by myself. Actually, my face is up on the screen behind me. This episode is our 50th episode, which is pretty special. We've had an awful lot of fun since we've launched this show in January of 2026. The conversations that we've had with for-profit leaders, nonprofit leaders, we've talked with educators, with higher ed, K through 12, but the conversations have been terrific. And we've heard a lot of themes across these first 50 episodes that have actually been very interesting to talk about. I just wanted to thank everybody that's been part of this community. We have had so much fun sharing these shows, sharing these episodes, the backstories, and creating an opportunity for people to hear the journey of the leaders of a lot of the businesses that you know and you see and maybe even work with around the state of Indiana and Illinois. So first, thank you for all of those folks that have trusted us to share your story. We've appreciated it, and it has been wonderful. For those that we've already recorded that are on their way out, be on the lookout for them. It's been an awful lot of fun having those conversations. And before we get to some of those themes, you can also tell that we've kind of evolved the actual studio as well. More shelves, more books, more items. Thank you for the items that are in here and all of the branded pieces that we've had. A little bit of something from all the different conversations. And the books have been very special. It's been one of the kind of neatest questions we've had a chance to be able to ask our guests that have been on for their favorite books. As you can see, there's business books, there's family books, there's children's books, but every one of these has a story behind it. And those stories were told right here in this studio, or in some cases out at their locations where we've had the chance to do that. One of the things we've done that's been very consistent is not only we shared their stories, but we've asked three specific questions of our guests. And one of those questions is the evolution of technology in their space. You know, Braden Business Systems has been around since 1989, and we're a technology company. And one of the things we like to hear is, how is technology evolving across all these different businesses that we're talking to? And one of the things that we've heard just in general is that everybody we talk to is in the people business. Whether they're high school educators and superintendents helping that next generation of leaders, whether they're in manufacturing or they're legal or medical, they're all about taking care of people. And kind of one of the things that I've heard is leveraging AI as a tool to be able to supercharge their employees, their workers, their teammates to be able to do more and accelerate their business, but also creating an opportunity for them to do what we've kind of called around here HI, human intelligence. We've heard that quite a bit, where let's leverage the machine to be able to take care of some of those tasks that can be automated very easily, but allowing those workers to be able to do more and be able to be in front of customers, patients, whoever that happens to be, more, and provide a better care and a better level of service. It's been great to hear how our leaders have thought about leveraging technology as another tool in our arsenal to be able to go out and help our clients. The other question that we ask people is about community. And when we thought about putting the podcast together, we wanted to understand what people thought about community. We asked that question. I asked that question. What's community mean to you? It's been answered so many different ways. It's awesome. But there are a lot of themes in there as well. You can hear people talking about others first. You hear them talking about maybe nonprofits that they happen to care about. You hear them talking about their families. You hear them talking about their culture and their business. And you hear them talking in general, thinking about how to help others and to raise up people in their community to make the world a better place. That theme is very common across all of our leaders that we've talked to. The last thing we've asked folks is we've asked them, what are you doing for fun? So if they're not working, what are they doing for fun? That answer has been given in so many different ways. But there are some things that we've heard over and over again. We hear the word family, being with family, having an opportunity to spend time with others, to recharge, to work on themselves, to be forever learners. I think that's something we've heard so many different times, where folks have said that they will forever be learning on their journey, whether that's reading, being part of mastermind groups, being part of community opportunities where they get a chance to be with other leaders, but having an opportunity to continue to learn. That's definitely something that we've definitely heard. These stories that they've told us have been their Genesis stories. They've told us where they're from, how they got to school, whether they thought they were going to end up being a teacher and a coach and shifting to becoming an accountant, for example. We've heard folks talk about conversations that they thought they were going to be in the Air Force and be a pilot and end up being a medical doctor, and now they're a CEO. But the journeys have been just terrific to hear. And again, our thoughts around bringing these stories to life is to build community. And that community is something that when you learn somebody's story, you learn their journey, you put a human element to that. That human element allows you to understand the person behind the brand. As you can see from the studio, there's a lot of brands in here that people know the name of. You drive by these offices, you see some of their trucks, you maybe use some of their services, work with them. And when you hear the story of the leaders and their why that they wake up and do things and how they take care of their people and how they care for the community, you really put something behind that brand other than just their product. You put a person. And ultimately, that's what we're trying to do here. The Elevate podcast powered by Braden has been a wonderful opportunity to be able to share those stories. And man, we are looking forward to sharing more of those stories in the future. And I can tell you that for everybody here at Braden, we thank all of them, just like we did kind of starting this off. We thank everybody that's been in here. We appreciate you. We appreciate you allowing us the honor to share your story. And we're just getting started. We're doing it here in Indianapolis. We've done some on location and some actually remote up in Chicago. We're branching out. And so we're going to go outside the state of Indiana yet again, because Cincinnati, here we come. We're going to be having conversations with folks in Cincinnati here very soon. We have a few lined up. We're looking forward to getting those started. So you'll see us in your city there. So if you haven't seen the show, I encourage you to take a look at it. It's not about us. It's completely about those folks that are sitting in our chair, or if we're sitting with them in front of their actual screens, or where we happen to be at their office. But pay attention. There's a lot of great wisdom that can be learned from these leaders. You learn more about them, their business, and their brand. And by the way, we've had folks on the show that have been here in our office. We've been out in front of their locations. We actually had a chance to film out at the Indianapolis Speedway Museum in front of a couple of the winning cars in the first ever Indy 500 winning car. I don't know about you. The story was great. Individual was amazing, but that location is just beautiful. We also happen to have a chance to be downtown with the governor and have a chance to share his backstory about who he is, about his family and his business. And we thank him for that time. All the others, I could go through all of the folks that we've had on from very early when the studio looked completely different until now, where we sit here, where we actually need to add some more shelves because we continue to have just a lot more things here in the studio. And I will give a little bit of a special thanks. If you see these helmets and hats and all these different pieces that are branded by others, that all started as a happy accident because Jeff Hagerman decided to bring us in a Hagerman pillow and a Hagerman helmet. So thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you doing that because it kind of started all of this off. And the book idea was something that we had fairly early on as a way to be able to, thank people for coming in and give them an opportunity to share some of their thoughts and maybe a book that shaped their lives. And as you can see by our library, we're building out an awesome library here at the studio. So I'm going to close out just kind of the way that I started. 50th episode, we're just getting started. These episodes are going to continue forward. And again, like I said, Indianapolis, thank you. Chicago, thank you. There's more episodes coming out there in those spotlights. In Ohio, we're coming your way. Looking forward to seeing some folks in Cincinnati. And stay tuned. If you haven't paid attention to the episodes, get out there, watch somebody that you know, learn more about them. And I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Thank you for listening to the Elevate podcast powered by Braden. Subscribe to stay informed on all things Braden and be the first to hear new conversations with the leaders who are driving change and elevating organizations across our community.